For our roll call, let the record show Carol, the supervisors Cassiola, Fisher, Cowden, Gizio, and Savati are in attendance. In addition, Township Manager Januso, Public Works Director Bill Blatworth, our Director of Zoning Bruce Bosley, our Chief of Police Sean Pakovinsky, our Township Engineer Dan Dazroth, and our Township Solicitor Chris Volz. At this time, we do take comments, in case you're not aware of it, for any item you see on the agenda. If you want to comment on an agenda item or ask a question, feel free to do it this time. If it's something unrelated to the agenda, we do have item number near the end of the meeting 4, if it's just a general township issue. So anybody have any comments or questions on the agenda you see? All right, we're going to go on. There's just one announcement. Our Historic Society is meeting on Wednesday again. They're a pretty active group if you're interested in coming and hearing what they do. Our resolution is number 15, 2016. It's for payment application number 4, and it's the final for Morgan excavating for the Coleman Road project in the amount of Coleman Road Wall project in the amount of $120,027.44.
I'll make that motion.
Just a brief report. This is the final payment for the wall work. It is all complete. The maintenance bond is submitted. If anybody's been up there to see the work, I think they did a great job. It's a big improvement to the road.
Thank you, Dan. Is there a motion to approve that payment?
I already need.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Pardon me?
I said aye.
Thank you. For 016-2016, it's approve the release of funds related to the private improvements for the Bianco School of Baseball, reducing it from $175,000 and some change to $58,000 and some change. Total reduction of $335,727.06. Dan?
Yes, just a brief report on that one. The school is open for business up there, the addition. They do have all of their improvements in for the first phase of the work. They still have to take down a home, and they have to add some additional parking that was a condition of the approval. That's why we're still holding about $60,000 on them. So it's like I said, it's up and running except for that last piece. And this is my recommendation.
Dan, thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. For 017-2016, it's considering acceptance of Mission Hills Drive and the Mission Hills Plan.
Yeah, this is one that's been around for a while. They finally got the wearing course down this fall. I believe the solicitor has the deed of dedication, and we have everything in order, ready for your consideration tonight. I took a ride on the road myself last week. Looks in great shape. I believe Bill's looked at it also.
We have a motion
I'll
to
make that motion.
approve that acceptance. It's been moved
I'll
and
second.
seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Also for 018-2016, it's for consideration of the acceptance of the extension of Woodcliff Drive in South Point 2. Dan?
Yeah, this is the Woodcliff Drive is a small street or a single 2-lane street that extends off of South Point Boulevard, or Town Center Boulevard. We had previously accepted the first 300 feet in. The county authority has extended that road and improved it all the way out to the cul-de-sac. They went through the process as we normally do to get a punch list and get everything checked out. We've been submitted for I believe the solicitor has a deed of dedication. We have the as-built plans, and we're ready to make the recommendation for your acceptance.
I make that motion.
It's been moved
I'll second.
and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. For 019-2016, it's consider adopting the standards of the DEP resolution for the planning module for Fairfield South Point 2. It's a 4-lot commercial subdivision off of Cecil Andersonville Road. They need holding tanks on there apparently. The Washington County Sewage Council, they enforced that for us, and they reviewed the planning module and found it meets all our requirements.
So moved.
It's been moved
Second.
And seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries. For 020-2016, consider the release of funds for the public improvements for Overlook Phase 1 from $270,713.01 to $128,391.30.
Yeah, this is phase 1 of the plan. The majority of the homes have been built up there. Bruce had modified the developer's agreement to require them to put the final wearing course down before we accept it and have their 2 years in and 75% of the homes built. So we anticipate them putting the wearing course down in the springtime. At this point in time, we're not letting the value of the money we're holding go less than the maintenance bond, which is 15% of the total value of the project. So that's my recommendation to reduce the amount from $277,1301 to $128,391.30.
And what are the public improvements?
That would be the road and the storm sewers that are within the road, Elizabeth.
Okay.
We have a motion to approve that release.
So moved.
It's been moved
I second.
and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Probably before you continue, was there an engineering report, not only for us, but for the public on the last item? Dan, you seemed as though you had something to say in regards to the Fairfield South Point.
No,
Anything that you
No,
know?
this is a development that's under consideration by the Planning Commission. It's unusual for us to get involved with these type of resolutions. Usually when we deal with the sewage council, it's not normally for holding tanks, but in this case, that's the requirement, and we have to submit a planning module, or the developer has to submit a planning module with a township resolution on it to be considered. So, no, it's all in order, Eric.
Okay.
The Washington County Sewage Council handles all on-lot systems. A municipal authority, if it's a public sewer system, it goes to our municipal authority, but when it's septic systems or holding tanks, the county does that for us. We're required to have some, either an individual or a company or an agency on hand to address any applications that the township gets in. It's been probably the last 15 years that we've had the sanitation council, they do most in Washington County.
Okay.
For 021-2015, we need to set a public hearing date for that conditional use application. We had a public hearing last month, and at the hearing, there weren't a lot of people there from the neighborhood, and we found out afterwards that the notices that the applicant was supposed to send out to all the property owners, it didn't get out to everybody who was within at least a minimum 300 feet that the ordinance requires. So we requested from the applicant that they grant us an extension so we could have another hearing. And this time we're making sure that all the residents in that area get notified before we have reconvene the hearing. So again, we need to set a date.
I have a question. Who is responsible for setting the notices?
I think Chris addressed that last time. The ordinance mentions the township, but then we in turn, we expect,
The ordinance requires that they give us the names of everybody within 300 feet, and then it's upon us to send it out. So if they don't give us the right names, we can't send it out. Is that more or less right?
but I think we're going to correct that next time. We do it for the zoning hearing board. They actually have a requirement by law in the MPC that we have to notify people within 300 feet, and that's a township responsibility. We should probably correct or adjust that ordinance so that it follows that same thing, that the township will be responsible for it, because we know our residents in the parcel better than an out-of-state applicant. And I think that's what happened. They just didn't do a good job of it.
Yeah, the issue here was one of the engineering firm who did the plans for the tower company transposed the tax ID number. And that's the reason for the lack of notification from some people.
All right, well, either way, they didn't get notice. So we need to set a new hearing date. What was the extension, how much time was granted in our extension?
They agreed to 90 days
From what date?
from the date of the extension, which I think was on December 29th. Effectively, it would take it out to April the 8th.
But we need to get on, the neighbors are, they need to know how that's gonna be resolved. So can we come up with a date in January to have that hearing? What are you thinking, Chris? It looks like the wheels are turning.
One of the things that Bruce and I have discussed also is that there's a guideline, there's a deadline under the MPC, and then there's also deadlines under regulations issued by the Federal Communications, whatever, the FCC. And that's 150 days from the date of application, which gives us a deadline to make a decision. We need a decision more or less by mid-February.
From the FCC is 150 days,
150 days
what date?
application date.
which was,
The due date to make a decision is February 20th.
February 20th. So we
So we need a hearing in January to vote at our February meeting.
All right. What about Mondays? It seems like Mondays are available, all except the third Mondays of the month, which is when our zoning board meets. So we could do the fourth Monday or the second Monday. Well, actually, it's a new board. The prior board was always good with Mondays. You guys, is there any dates that are completely out of the question for a weeknight?
Thursday right now,
Is out of the question?
of which,
for these first couple of months.
which
I'm
are
taking some government classes here over the winter months, so,
all Thursdays for the next couple of months.
yeah, through March.
And January 20th is out, because that's our Historical Society meeting.
Well, I was looking for Mondays. Eric, how are you on Monday nights?
It's okay, hugging the weekend or Friday would work as well, 29th.
I can't do Fridays.
We've never had any luck getting meetings on Friday nights.
What?
We've never had any luck getting meetings on Friday nights. Plus this one, we want the residents to be able to attend also. It's not just us.
And then the next meeting scheduled for supervisors is the
What's
first,
the
correct?
advertising requirement to this?
Yeah.
The first.
We more or less need to do this the last week of January.
So January 25th.
5th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
How about the fourth Monday in January? That's
That would be January 25th.
Could we do it before the February 1st meeting?
No. We don't know how many people are going to attend. It could be hours. And we can't cut them off at 7 o'clock for the business meeting.
So do you just want me to make a motion for January 25th?
Yeah, we don't really need an emotion if everybody can agree to it. We can just set it.
January 25th is fine. with me.
Frank? Eric said Mondays are okay?
Would it work?
You okay?
All right,
Would
yeah.
it work?
I can still do an emotion now, though. That's a good idea. You make it in the form of a motion?
Yeah. So we're going to set a public hearing date for January 25th, 2016 for the conditional use application 2015-0021 Tower Company 190-foot communication tower / communication facility located 216 Humer Road, R1 zoning district, Tower Company 213 LLC, doing business as Verizon Wireless.
We're setting 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So part of the motion, okay, it's been moved for the January 25th at 7 p.m. Is there a second?
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries. Now, one of the things you're aware of, because of our property maintenance ordinance, we have to have a property maintenance appeals board, and we need to name an attorney for them. Our township solicitor can't act as the attorney for that. He actually may be prosecuting some of our cases if it comes down to that. So we need to name an independent counsel for that.
I make a motion that we retain or hire Gary Sweat.
Okay, we have a motion. He's a Washington attorney. Is there a second to that motion?
I don't know, I mean, I don't know anything about them, so I don't feel comfortable voting.
Does a lot of municipal work.
I'm going to abstain because I don't know anything about it, so.
Well, I'll second that motion. Any other questions or comments? All right, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm going to abstain, Carol.
Do you have that, Carol?
Yeah.
All right, the motion carries.